Okay, today's post is about question number 2. What is my magic number, my financial independence number? Or basically, what is my goal? What am I trying to aim for? I'm saving all this money for retirement, but how much do I need? Today, we'll answer that question of how much you need. A tool that I like to use is an online retirement calculator. It's pretty easy, and in about 5 minutes, we can have a pretty good idea of what it is that you'll need for retirement. The one that I often share with people is from NerdWallet. This one here is NerdWallet's retirement calculator. It's a free online calculator. And this one here, these are the standard presets that it comes with, but it highlights somebody who's 35 years old, has an annual pre-tax income of $60,000, is planning to or already has $30,000 in retirement savings. They make a $500 a month monthly contribution. And then here's the sticky one, the monthly budget in retirement. A good rule of thumb that people often use is anywhere between 70 to 90% of pre-retirement income. This one here for this online calculator has a standard preset of 70% of pre-retirement income. But what I often like to tell people too is that if you've been diligently keeping a budget, then you'll know your numbers. Now, some of those numbers may change. You may not have dependents living with you who may be living with you now. You may move from a bigger home to a smaller home. Some of those expenses may change. But overall, you can have a pretty good idea of what it takes for you to live month to month. So if you've been keeping a budget and you know your numbers, I would recommend using those numbers rather than just a percentage of your income. I think it'll be more accurate. But if you haven't been keeping a diligent budget, that's okay. Somewhere between that 70 to 90% of your pre-retirement income is a good rule of thumb to use here. All right, now this is what the retirement calculator is showing us. The green is what you'll have. The blue is what you'll need. So to answer the question of what your goal should be, you move the cursor to the top of this curve and you'll see as recommended, it's nearly $1.7 million. That's your goal. That's what you'll need for retirement given these other presets, the data that we entered in. Oftentimes people have no idea what their goal is, what they're trying to aim for, what they're saving for. They just diligently month in, month out, make that contribution to their retirement plan without really having the end in sight. This number gives us a good idea of what that end in sight should be. Now, we can put in more advanced details. We can tailor this a bit more to really make that number more accurate. But in 5 minutes time, we've got a pretty good idea of what we'll need. So sometimes when I meet with people, that number of 1.7 million or whatever your number may be may seem very overwhelming. Work with a financial professional. Work with somebody who can help you map out a plan on how to get to that goal. If you don't have anybody, please reach out. I'd be more than happy to meet with you. My consultation is free of charge. We can meet one-on-one. You can share with me your goals, what it is you want to accomplish, and I can help you hone in on this number to really understand what your goals should be for retirement, how much you need to be able to retire comfortably. All right, that's it for answering question number 2 today. More posts to come in the future.